ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Brooke Solomon.
Hi. Hi. I'm Brooke, and I'm going to tell a story. Okay. At a sleepover, we would usually be really rambunctious and run over the house, along the house, play tag, hide and go seek, eat whatever we could find, and play on our phones, and just be kids. But at this sleepover with our best friends, Caitlin, Kayla, Taylor, my sister Maya, and me, for the first hour, it was usual, rambunctious, crazy, a lot of eating, playing, but then it just got really boring. The older girls, like Maya, she was 11, Taylor was 11, and Caitlin was 12, they would just go sit on the couch and play on their phones. And me and my best friend Kayla, we were the youngest, we were only 10, and we were still little kids, so we wanted to play around, play tag, and just have fun. But the other girls, they just wanted to play on their phones and go on Instagram and text. So me and Kayla tried to get them off the couch and play tag with us, but they wouldn't budge. Everything we tried wasn't helping. So Kayla had the idea. She said, "Hey Brooke, you want a prank call?" So I grabbed my phone and we went to go sit on the steps. And I remembered what happened last time. And I said, "Kayla, remember what happened last time? We got in big trouble." And what happened last time, at a sleepover before this with all of our girlfriends, we had a gigantic sleepover and we were prank calling, and the older girls, they would call random people and say bad stuff like, "We're in your closet, we're gonna kill you." And me and Kayla, we would never get into that. We would just lurk in the background, but and have a few giggles and snickers. But in the morning of that sleepover, when we went to breakfast, the parents had found out that they were prank calling, and they got in huge trouble. The parents said if we ever prank called again, there would be no more sleepovers, period. No buts or ifs. So we all learned our lesson, but apparently Kayla didn't learn hers. And sure enough, Kayla remembered what happened last time, but she said that she found a loophole in the situation. Instead of calling somebody that we didn't know, somebody random, we would call somebody that we did know. So me and Kayla sat on the steps and we were scrolling through my contacts, and I just got my new iPhone, so I didn't have that many. And Kayla was like, "Wow, Brooke, you're lame, you don't have any friends." And when we scrolled over my grandmother's name, of course Kayla was, "Ooh, Brooke, let's do your grandmother, yeah." I wasn't so sure about that. I tried to convince her not to. I was like, "Kayla, you know that's my grandmother. She's an 80-year-old woman. You really want to be prank calling her? And plus, she may tell one of our parents, and if they find out, we're in huge trouble. No more sleepovers." And of course, she said, "Yeah, I know, but not somebody that we don't know, so it'll be okay." And with Kayla being my best friend and all, I trusted her. Not the best decision of my life. So we clicked on my grandmother's contact and we called her, and surprisingly, she answered her phone. She answered, "Hello, who is this?" And me and Kayla just went on saying crazy things like, "Hello, this is Umta Gumta. Would you like to buy a magic carpet?" but this is where it really happened. Kayla grabbed my phone and got really close and said, "Listen up, lady. We have $500 waiting for you at Macy's. If you don't come and get it by tomorrow." She said, "Listen up, lady. We have $500 waiting for you at Macy's. If you don't come and get it by tomorrow, we're going to shove it up your butt." And I was flabbergasted. I just didn't know what to do. I hung up the phone. I was like, "Kayla, you know that's my grandmother you just said that to. She's an 80-year-old woman." And my grandmother, she was a triple threat. She had brains, beauty, and strength. And you really didn't want to get into it with her. But my grandmother, she was very educated. She was a nurse, and she loved to take care of us, her grandchildren and her sons. And she was just really caring, and she loved to cook, but she wasn't a very good cook. Cooking was not her forte. But I loved my grandmother a lot, and she had her perks. She loved to talk because she didn't really have anybody to talk to, and she loved to watch her westerns and NCIS. But one thing about my grandmother was she didn't always like my friends. Even though she'd seem all nice, she really didn't like them. We would always have sleepovers like all the time, and it's like she just got sick of it. And she would always say, "Why do you guys always have sleepovers? You should stay at your own house. Taylor doesn't need you guys to survive." And that's probably because she didn't have sleepovers when she was a kid. So back to the story. I looked Kayla dead in the eyes and said, "Kayla, we're gonna get caught. No more sleepovers ever." And by that point, she finally got it. No more sleepovers. We just stared at each other for a minute or so, and we were just thinking of the consequences that would happen for our actions, well, her actions, and not mine. And we were just so scared because we knew that if anybody ever found out, we'd be dead. So we vowed never to tell anybody, ever. And so for the rest of the night, we just played it off cool. Nothing ever happened. But by the morning, when we had to go, our parents came to pick us up from Taylor's house. I snatched Kayla by the arm and brought her over by the corner. I said, "Listen up, Kayla. If you tell your dad, we're dead. If anybody finds out, we're dead. So just keep it to yourself. Nobody can find out." And she said, yeah, no more sleepovers if anybody finds out. And so we said our goodbyes, and I was kind of scared to get in the car. But I got in the car, and we drove home. And when we got home, my dad, yes, you. He said, "Hey, Brooke, you called somebody, or somebody called you on your phone last night." And I was thinking, oh my gosh, this is it, we're caught. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, Kayla, no more sleepovers. That was the last one we've ever had, we're ever gonna have. Whew. But when he was about to say who had called me, or who I'd called, I was just about to burst out crying. But it turns out he said that one of my friends had called me last night, and one of my friends, Bryce, and you don't know how happy I was, how relieved. Whew. I just wanted to run over to Kayla's house and just hug her. I was so relieved. And that has been me and my friend Kayla, our little secret for a long time. And tonight, I told my story. Also, I just wanted to say, my grandmother, she passed away last March, and so we really missed her a lot, but the prank calling was kind of a way to get back at her, but not in a bad way, like in a mean way, but just to get even. And I love my grandmother a lot, and she's probably looking down on me right now. And she's like, oh, no, you didn't. When you come up here, when you die, and you come up here, I'm gonna spank you. And this story was from my grandmother.
Brooke Solomon.